Welcome back, viewers. I don't usually do videos like this, but here is going to be Dyson DC37 vacuum review. Sitting here in my music lounge area at my house, and have myself a beer since it is my day off, and let's sit down and talk about this thing. I bought this vacuum for my previous house, which was pretty much all solid surface, wood floors. I bought it about a year and a half ago, and it's a Dyson DC37 multi-floor. It's been pretty good. I've moved since then though, and where I live now is 3 bedrooms and a hallway of carpet, and that thing. And another one, Beagle. So 2 dogs, lots of hair, and wall-to-wall carpet. This particular one is not Dyson's Motorhead. It is the trigger activated turbine head. Came with a hard surface floor tool, a couple onboard tools, and the unit itself. Okay, so I'm sitting here tonight having my beer and thought I would review this quickly because I just sold this machine and somebody's coming here in an hour to pick it up. I sold it for about 1/3 of what I paid for it about a year and a half ago, so hey, I guess not too bad. And here's the reasons I sold it, what I like and don't like about it. Now, put these parts aside here for now. First of all, my solid surface floors, it worked pretty good. The dogs like trying to come up on the sofa, even though they're not allowed. And it worked pretty good for all of that. Dog hair, no problem. This thing fills up super fast, super fast. It has this max line here. I find it with the dog hair, it packs it all in back here and you don't notice until it's just a huge tangled mess. The eject button is here, pops up. And then this is the part you empty. And to empty it, you just press this red button down over your garbage can receptacle. And boom, it all falls down. Usually gets, the dog hair likes to get stuck in here, so you gotta kind of poke it out. It's a pretty small opening, but it works well. Has great suction, and it's easy to clean. This is the part you wash. It's a reusable, washable filter. It simply sits in there. You wash it with water, kind of squeeze it out, and you let it dry for 24 hours. It says on here to do it once a month. So it does have good suction. It works quite well. I've never had any clogs up in here in this area at all. That's always been okay. This thing, you have to make sure it's lined up pretty good before you put it in. It can be a little bit cumbersome to stick in here. It either falls into place easily or it doesn't, and then you just clip that part down. It's all totally plastics of different types. Before I do that, maybe I'll flip it over here and take a look at the sticker. DC37, 60 hertz, 10 amps, ETL certified, so it's good for North America. It's kind of a North American wide deal. Now, one thing I did notice, I was looking for markings on a lot of this plastic, and without taking it apart, I haven't been able to find many, except for on this. And this one clearly just says, if you can see that, ABS. So this is like the cheapest, junkiest plastic. Fairly thick though, not really a problem, but this is like the cheapest crap. And I believe other parts of it, including the turbine head and that are as well. This though is clearly a glass or nylon or something reinforced plastic. So it's going to be definitely going to be durable and isn't going to break on you. If something's going to break, it'll probably be these pieces here or something in here that's not that glass fiber reinforced. Now, after about 2 or 3 times vacuuming my last house, this canister got cloudy, and it's actually on the inside, it's kind of sandblasted. So you really don't see the dirt go around as fun as you did, or as you could when it was new. So that will happen quick. Same with this. This gets pretty hard to see, but this is also really easy to clean because they give you this little, you stick a coin in there, turn it, you can pull this bar out and you can clean it off. I just did this because I sold it to a guy and I didn't want to give him a dirty, gross vacuum. This handle, I was trying to figure out what kind of plastic it is. I think it's, again, just probably ABS. There's no markings on it and I don't want to burn it or anything, but I'm thinking it's just basic ABS. So this is going to be probably the most solid part, which is really what it would need to be. This could be a failure-prone area, but I haven't had any issues at all with it, with breakdown. So in that case, or in that sense, it's been really good. These tools that come with it aren't bad. This one is the crevice tool plus a brush. The brush slides down, works just fine. This thing is the little flat, like upholstery style tool. It's pretty small. So it takes a while to get the job done. It would be nice if it was just a little bit bigger. The suction for using this and that is all really good. And the beauty with these turbine heads for, you know, a small area rug or a low power carpet, they work great. They just spin on the suction that the vacuum generates. So there's no motor in here, like or no electric motor in here. There's, I guess, an air motor in it, like the Dyson Motorhead vacuum tap. The beauty is when you have this plugged into this and plugged into there, and you squeeze this, is you're off and on for the turbine head. Squeeze it once, it turns it off. Press it again, it turns it back on. And then anytime you shut the vacuum off and turn it on, it defaults to on when you're using this. This tool worked pretty good for solid surface floors, but the brushes are really, really dense, which is probably a good thing for cleaning, but the dog hair would just get packed around this like a giant, it looked like a huge Swiffer. And every, you know, room you do, you have to pick it up and grab that off and throw it down in the hole there, which is smaller than a quarter, but bigger than a dime. So don't expect that to suck anything up very large. It's definitely smaller than this hole here. So that brings you, or that kind of brings us to my first real complaint about it, is that these holes are small. If there's a piece of paper on the ground, a small piece of paper, it won't do it. Which I guess is probably a good thing. That's probably why the hose is never clogged. But, you know, you look at the size of the hose compared to a quarter, you know, it's pretty big. But the fact that a quarter doesn't fit through here, you know, that's probably why it doesn't clog. If anything, I can't really show you inside this, but if you look, no, it's too hard to tell. But this looks big here, but it quickly funnels down and is slightly bigger than a dime, but smaller than a quarter. So if I put a dime in there, you know, it will go through, but the quarter won't. So it's pretty weak. Like if there's like I said, a little piece of paper or something, you know, a larger dust ball, it just doesn't go. So you have to turn it over and clean it out. I guess not really a huge deal, but you know, just something to keep in mind. You shouldn't be sucking any, this isn't a shop vac or industrial vacuum. You shouldn't be doing anything like that anyhow. The biggest problem though, and why I'm selling it, is not that you know, the canister is clouded or the canister is small. or that these holes are small. This thing on the ground's actually pretty annoying, but that's not why. It's that this turbine head, no matter how clean your filters are and how clean this thing is, as soon as you get it into carpet, it really does not do a good job. For the odd small area rug, that kind of thing, you know, 1 second. Thank you. You have to excuse me. Like I said, I'm sitting at home. And, you know, the area rugs and that, you're okay. But you get regular wall-to-wall carpet, whether it be a Berber, you know, we got those black mats for the shoes at the front there, the rubber back ones, because here in Northern Ontario, Canada, we have the snow and that, and just to keep the stuff from getting dragged in. You put these on those like really tight rugs and this thing just stops spinning. So it's obviously not cleaning. I can vacuum the whole house with this and then pull out a Motorhead vacuum and suck up twice as much stuff when this one's done. So that's really something to consider, is these, if you're looking in the market to buy one of these things, don't get these turbine head units unless you have like no carpet, like zero carpet. Again, I'm not going to demonstrate this. This thing's clean. There's the dog. But like these mats here, you look at that dirt in there, that's as good as a vacuum will do on it. That's all you get, because it's that tight, you know, when this thing goes on there and it just stops spinning and it's game over. You know, they're kind of hard to clean. You know, you got to watch these mats anyway. Something with a more powerful head, sometimes it'll suck the whole damn thing up, burn your belt out or whatnot. But if you're careful, you can get a way better clean on those with something with a little more power than just this air driven. And you know, it's these are marketed as for all floors and whatnot, but you know, I figured I'd make this video just to touch on a few of those points. Other than that, I really don't have much to say about it. It's been perfectly fine. It's a good performer. It's lightweight. Everybody likes using it. It's quiet. You know, no problems there. But you know, to answer the questions, maybe someone could put in the comments. You know, if you're more of a plastics guy or maybe you're a Dyson repair person, if you want to put in the comments what all this is for plastics and how it actually holds up, because I remember unboxing this for the first time and thinking this thing just cost me 500 Canadian dollars, and it is you know, pretty thin plastic. And now looking on it and seeing that it's ABS, it's like the bottom of the like, well, I guess not the bottom of the barrel, but it's cheap ABS crappy plastic. Like I said, this is definitely a better quality part. So yeah, guess that's about it. I'm not going to ramble on with something. I'm not a vacuum cleaner technician, or nor do I pretend to be, but I'll just show you the few things about this. I really feel like I've spent less on vacuums before and got better performers. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to, you know, discourage anybody from making a purchase, but you know, do your research and definitely invest the extra money. I think it's an extra $100 or $200 or something to get the motor head if you have any wall-to-wall carpet in your house, or large area rugs that you just want cleaned well, or whatever. Don't even bother with this thing. It just does not work well enough, especially with pet hair. Right on. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, viewers. I don't usually do videos like this, but here is going to be Dyson DC37 vacuum review. Sitting here in my music lounge area at my house, and have myself a beer since it is my day off, and let's sit down and talk about this thing. I bought this vacuum for my previous house, which was pretty much all solid surface, wood floors. I bought it about a year and a half ago, and it's a Dyson DC37 multi-floor. It's been pretty good. I've moved since then though, and where I live now is 3 bedrooms and a hallway of carpet, and that thing. And another one, Beagle. So 2 dogs, lots of hair.